welcome to the latest edition of The End Zone. I'm Niall.
And I'm John.
Today's show includes a look at the sporting facilities in Mary I and a report from the Milk Market in Limerick City Centre. But first, here's John with a report on healthy eating in Mary I.
Healthy eating has become the new trend in recent years among the younger generation, breaking from the old addictions of fast food and confectionery. There has been a boom in the nutrition industry with an increase in healthy living cookbooks and related television shows. The busy general public tends to rely on the quick fix of junk food and fizzy drinks. Often, important meals like breakfast are skipped altogether in the rush to get out the door to work or college. Vending machines offer a selection of chocolate and sweets, but there has been a small increase in fruit vending machines, especially in the workplace of large corporations like Lego and Microsoft. These companies realise the potential of a healthy workforce and in many cases have banned sugar products in their vending machines. Good nutrition adds to the overall well-being of a person. A recent Harvard study noted that the Mediterranean diet was likely to lower the risk of depression by up to 35% compared to the traditional Western diet. Of course, that is not to say that there is no place for the occasional treat. The key, it seems, is a healthy balance of good food, the odd slice of cake and regular exercise.
Thanks for that, John. As a follow-up to John's report, we decided to take our cameras down to the Talton building to find out more about fitness in the college.
Mary Immaculate College has excellent sporting facilities for students. We caught up with Mairead McCormack in the Talton building to find out more.
So Mary Immaculate College has a fully functioning gym, so we have a mixture of cardio machines, so you've got your basic treadmills, cross trainers, bikes and a rower, and then we also have resistance machines as well, so every muscle group is worked, so depending on whether a person wants a full weight workout or a cardio workout or a mix in between, those are the services we have.
The Talton reception is the first stop for information and bookings, and we asked some Mary I students what they thought of the facilities.
Yeah, the sports hall here in Mary I, it's great. There's good machinery, good equipment. It's convenient for students and it's very cheap, which is a good thing for students as well.
Well, hi, Mary I is it's a great place for sport. There's plenty of sporting activities in the college, GAA, rugby, running, the whole lot, everything's here.
So I think the sports facilities are really great here in Mary I. We have the Talton, which is like the big gym facility. There's after school classes such as Zumba and boxercise and a lot of different fitness things. There's also a weights room and there's lots of club sports, football, Gaelic football and all that kind of stuff, so it's really good.
There's a GA pitch down below and there's a running track. The running track's 460 metres long and there's an indoor place as well. You can book it for five-a-side soccer and you can do, place. There's a table tennis, you can play table tennis.
I think for even just a general break from studies, it's always good to have something, and whether that's going to the gym, whether it's going for a walk, if it's using the indoor soccer, table tennis, playing with teams, you definitely need something to take your mind off it.
So, why not call down to the Talton building for information on keeping fit while in college?
Upon further investigation, we found that Mary Immaculate College's sporting options have expanded significantly in the past number of years. With facilities being developed in the Talton Sports Complex, students now have the opportunity to use the sports hall for activities such as indoor soccer, ultimate frisbee and Zumba fitness classes. Also, there is a strong selection of field sports like hurling, Gaelic football, rugby and soccer, which all have college teams with accolades and successes at first year and beyond. Young adult obesity has been at a high level over the past decade, but students have been exercising more recently and have been taking advantage of fitness classes to combat bad habits, mainly due to research information on healthy living. According to the World Cancer Research Fund, the evidence that being overweight increases the risk of cancer is stronger than ever before. With a fully modernised gym, now students have the ability to do whatever workout they want. With the daunting task of assessments and exams to contend with, students find that exercise helps clear their mind as well as keeping them fit and healthy. Now, we head over to Keane for his weekly gig review.
Niall. Twice a year, the Siege Festival is held at Dolan's in Limerick City. With 32 bands and 3 stages, is one of the few havens for metalheads on this side of the country, and it's a good break from the usual nightlife of the city too. It was held recently on the 25th of October 2015 and was one of its biggest successes, with the festival continuing to grow every time it's held. It begins usually around 12 midday and continues until 1 or 2 in the morning, and the best part, no entry fee. People from all over the world would arrive to the event, and this time was no exception, with many people from different nationalities were posting pictures of Siege, both in the lead up to the event and during the day itself. Bands like Dread Sovereign, Abominator and Dictated showed up to rock out the night with 29 other bands for people to enjoy throughout the city. There is a stall inside that sells merchandise like t-shirts and hoodies for those who wish to take a memory with them in the event that they get too intoxicated to remember anything, like most of them. There's a photographer there too who uploads his photos to Facebook for those who wish to view them. And finally, one of the most memorable areas of Siege where you can take a break from the music is the upstairs and downstairs smoking areas where friends meet up, catch up, new friendships are born, and where you can see a vast array of drunken idiots fall over while their mates try to help them up. I love that part the most. All in all, it's an amazing experience. It should not be missed if you're a fan of metal or just a fan of a good time and a laugh.
Limerick's Milk Market is an integral part of the city centre. There is a real sense of community spirit to be found there, and so we sent our cameras down there on Friday morning to see what it's all about.
On early Friday mornings, Limerick's Milk Market is a quiet area, but a few hours later it transforms into a hub of culture, fashion and food. We caught up with Dennis O'Connor to tell us what the Milk Market has to offer.
I've been down in Milk Market about 4 years, I think. I'd say about 4 years, just when the Friday market started. Went in there to start, and it's been going all right since. I think it is something for everybody. There's live music there on a Saturday outside Mary's coffee shop. It's mostly trad and jazz, but there'll be different things happening. There's buskers all over the place, plenty of buskers, and there's the Edge, there's clothes shops, there's my record stall. There's knick-knack stuff, there's all types of stuff there, Something for everybody, really. A lot of talk about a resurgence anyway. There's probably more talk about it than there is actual resurgence, but it was at such a low base. There was so little vinyl being sold that it could only go up.
Clothes shop The Edge runs beside the market. We got John Coughlin's opinion on it.
I've been established in the Milk Market now for nearly 25 years. Of course, it's completely food orientated on a Saturday, and mostly people from Limerick City. And myself, I'd open from Tuesday to Sunday, and I would attract mainly students, especially from the Art College. I believe there's a huge opportunity in Limerick to open up the city on a Sunday. If this was a success, many of the shops and restaurants that are now closed would reopen up it again on a Sunday. But this would need a lot of work from both the council, the Chamber of Commerce, the pubs, and everybody get together to bring the city back to life.
We then asked stall owners and shoppers why the market is good.
Well, I think the importance of Limerick City Market is that it's localised and that it's got homegrown talent here, as in food, as in product. And I think it's a great social place as well, where people can come and they can meet their friends, have a coffee, have a sandwich, like is in here. We absolutely love it here. I bring all my friends here. Anyone who visits from abroad, I'll bring them here, because this is just as good as anywhere in Europe.
It's amazing. It's a real kind of cohesive and creative centre of Limerick. And we have a few traders that have developed small, unique businesses. Friday at the Milk Market and have now gone on to even launch their own retail premises. It's a real creative hub actually on a Friday.
I think at the moment a lot of vintage stuff is coming back in, and everyone wants something unique and homemade, and where can you get that but the market?
So with shoppers sustaining local business, it's important that the public supports craft fairs like the Milk Market.
The rise in the popularity of vinyl, as Dennis O'Connor pointed out in our profile of the Milk Market, is not merely confined to male buyers or serious record collectors. In recent times, it would appear that more and more females are entering into the record collecting domain. This is a huge positive for long-time collectors of this musical medium, as it can only increase productions of vinyl and subsequently will lead more musicians and artists to release their material on vinyl. On a recent trip to HMV, our researchers examined the types of bands that are releasing their new material on vinyl format. Surprisingly, a significant proportion of less well-known acts are releasing their recordings on vinyl, while the more established groups had a large part of their back catalogue on this format. Bands such as U2, the Rolling Stones and Iron Maiden were well represented in the HMV record collection. Although diversity was clearly evident in the vinyl on sale, prices were not student friendly in comparison to CD releases of the same artists. Prices for a 12-inch album started at €12, and at the higher end of the scale, some classic releases from U2 and their counterparts were fetching between €23 and €30.
That's all for this edition of The End Zone. See you next time. Goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.